All right, and we are live with the finals about to take place with Caustic and Chrono Chris, and we have made it. They have battled over this last month, made it into the semifinals, and here we are now down to the two finalists. This will be a best of five game. The first of three wins, and they will be taking home the booster box that we will send over to them. And we will go ahead and get started with game one. They're going to go ahead and share their screen, and we are going to jump right into it of this best of five for the finals. All right, and there we go. We are live on Caustic Stream, and we're going to watch as we get in to the finals here. We'll initiate the challenge once both players are ready. And Caustic has just initiated the challenge to Chrono Chris. And here we go, game one of the finals. If you want to participate in any games in the future, we will be having every Saturday throughout January a single elimination for theme deck. For those who are beginners, you don't really know the game, and you just want to play, you get a theme deck for free through Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, and you're more than welcome. The winner will get a booster pack. And then we will also host another tournament with group stages for the expanded deck. It looks like Chrono Chris is not excited about Caustic's pull. And so we will have expanded deck tournament again next month. That will start on Sunday, January 17th, and you can register if you look at the panels below on Twitch. You can click on the link to register for upcoming tournaments for free. Looks like opening the game, both players have one Pokemon active on the field and no Pokemon on the bench. Caustic places Zaxian V onto the bench, plays a quick ball, discards a card. Apparently did not have a good draw, and his deck is not what he wants. Let us know how you feel about this match by typing #BanChris. Alright, energy comes out onto the Pikarom. Chrono Chris uses Escape Rope over on the red side. Caustic on the blue side will now choose who will be his active Pokemon in play. Zaxian V comes out into the field. Chrono Chris puts Sudowoodo out onto the field. 2 Lightning Energy on Chrono Chris' Pikarom on the bench. He uses Max Elixir, adds another Lightning Energy to Pikarom. Adds an energy to Sudowoodo. Ends his turn, goes over to the side of Caustic. Caustic plays Mental Saucer, puts energy on Zaxian, adds energy to Zaxian on the bench. Caustic now contemplating his decisions. Discards his hand and draws 7. Puts an air balloon on Zaxian on the bench. Uses Zaxian's ability, draws 3 cards. Ends his turn, goes back over to the side of Chrono Chris on the red side. Uses an Ultra Ball, discards his cards he had in his hand. Pulls a Crobat V into his hand, plays it onto the bench, will draw 6 cards. Chrono Chris weighing out his options on the hand he just pulled. Plays 1 Pokemon onto the bench, ends his turn, goes back over to the side of Caustic. Switches Zaxian from active play and switches with the one on the bench that had 3 energy attached to it. Plays Metal Saucer, puts Steel Energy onto Zaxian on the bench, adds another Steel Energy. Uses Boss's Orders, brings out Bolton V, uses Brave Bird, and takes out Bolton V. Caustic will draw his prize cards, gets a total of 2, and is now in the lead with 4 prize remaining, and Chrono Chris still has 6 prize cards. He plays Pikarom onto the field. Chrono Chris now deciding what his next move should be, and if Caustic has a counter to that move. Plays Electric Energy to Pikarom. Uses Electric Power. Pikarom uses its GX move, takes out the active opponent and the opponent on the bench as well too. And Chrono Chris has now drawn 4 prize cards, which puts him in the lead with only 2 prize cards remaining. Caustic still has 4. He plays Zaxian V onto the field. Caustic plays a Cherish Ball, doesn't pull anything. Plays Metal Saucer, adds it to the Pokemon on the field, adds another energy to Zacian in play. Dedenne goes onto the bench, and Caustic discards his hand and draws 6. Caustic adds another energy onto the bench. Plays Crobat V onto the bench, is able to draw until he has 6 cards in his hands. Caustic's now contemplating what he can do, as this might be his last move. Switches Crobat V onto the field from the side of Chrono Chris, attacks it with Brave Bird, knocks it out. Draws his 2 prize cards, and we are now tied up with 2 prize cards remaining for each, both for Chrono Chris and Caustic. Sudowoodo goes out into the field for the side of Chrono Chris. He plays a Computer Search. Uses Guzma, which is Zacian with Dedenne, uses Full Blitz, and that will be the end of Game 1. We will go ahead and give them a minute before they go ahead and get back into it. Nerves are high. As soon as they're ready, they can go ahead and move on. And we will be right back as well too and get right back into the action. All right, we are back into Game 2, and it is best of 3. Chrono Chris has won 1 game. The first of 3 will win, best of 5. The first of 3 will win. Chrono Chris has won 1 game already. This is game number 2. Winner will take home a Pokemon TCG booster box. Hello, Soup Saiyan. We see you in YouTube. All right. On the side of Chrono Chris on the red side, we have a Dedenne out in play, also on the bench. And we have one active Pokemon in play for Caustic on the blue side. Chrono Chris plays Tapu Koko onto the bench, uses a Quick Ball, discards one card, pulls Crobat V, and will draw until he has 6 in his hand if he plays that card. Puts Sudowoodo onto the bench, puts Crobat V onto the bench, draws, now has 6 in his hand. Caustic puts energy onto his Pokemon in active play, only has 1 in play, needs to get more onto the bench. Caustic plays a Zaxian onto the bench, uses the Professor, discards his hand, draws 7, plays another Zaxian onto the bench, uses Zaxian's ability, and draws 3 cards. On the side of Chrono Chris, he's using Tapu Koko's ability. Adds the energy to both Pokemon on his field. Now uses Energy Switch and switches it over to Pikarom from the Dedenne on the bench. Chrono Chris now discards his hand and draws 7. For those of you who are joining us, we will be having frequent tournaments starting in January. Every single week on Saturday, we will have a single deck elimination for beginners, or for those who just want to play. It will be with a theme deck only on Saturdays, and then on, I think it's January 17th on Sunday, we will start our next major tournament, which will have 2 group stages that will play for the final elimination stage. Winner of the group stage event will get a booster box. Winner of the theme deck single elimination Saturdays will get a booster pack. Chrono Cross puts Pikarom onto the field and attacks with Blitz and does 150 damage to Caustic and added 3 more electric energy to Pikarom. Caustic adds a energy to his Pokemon in play, switches it with Sudowoodo on the side of Chrono Chris. Caustic uses his GX move Alter Creation. Cannot use any other GX moves for the duration of this game. Chrono Chris is now contemplating what he will do next. Chrono Chris plays a quick ball. Chrono Chris plays a Max Elixir. As well as a VS Seeker, pulls Guzma into his hand. Plays Guzma, will switch his opponent with a bench Pokemon. Pulls Zaxian out onto the field, plays Pikarom on his side. Plays the trainer Electro Power. And Caustic concedes game number 2. Chrono Chris is up 2-0 right now. We will have to see what the next game will bring if we move on to more matches or if Chrono Chris sweeps and will win the tournament. And we will be right back until if you want to, that's totally your choice. Caustic was asking us over on our side if he can't forfeit the last match. He does, and that is up to him. His call if he wants to forfeit and concede the last match and let Chrono Chris win. Chrono Chris says, wait, don't concede. And we're just waiting for a decision on Caustic. We will have a be right back scene until we decide if we are conceding or moving forward. Alright, just give us one moment as Caustic is going through his deck. We are still on the Be Right Back screen. We will not be showing that off. We did come to agreement between the two contestants that we will be having a slight deck change, so bear with us and we will get back to game number 3. While you wait for game number 3 to start, we do have, as we mentioned, tournaments that will be hosted throughout the month of January. We will have 6 tournaments, 5 every Saturday for theme deck single eliminations. Register quickly. There's only 8 slots every Saturday. You can find that in our Twitch panel, and you can click on the tournament, and it will bring you right to the link to register. There will also be an expanded deck play where we will allow more registrants, and that will be for a grand prize of a booster box sent to you. And we are back into the game, so we will jump back in. Caustic is choosing, and Caustic is going first, plays his active Pokemon onto the field. Chrono Chris plays his active Pokemon. There are no Pokemon on the bench for either side. Chrono Chris comes out with Tapu Koko. Caustic plays a Quick Ball. Caustic plays Dedenne on the field, will discard his hand and draw 6. Caustic uses Zaxian's ability, adds a energy to Zaxian, and draws cards. Chrono Chris plays Trainer's Mail. Pulls a Computer Search into his hand and now uses Computer Search. Chrono Chris plays Electro Power. Plays Dedenne onto the bench, discards its hand, and draws 5. Chrono Chris pulls Pikarom onto his hand. Plays an Escape Rope. Caustic will choose who he wants to go as his active Pokemon on the field. Puts in Zaxian. Chrono Chris switches Tapu Koko with Bolton. Uses Tapu Koko's ability. Adds an energy to Pikarom and Dedenne. Bolton uses attack Electrify and adds 2 electric energy to Pikarom. Goes over to the side of Caustic. Caustic plays a switch. Caustic discards his hand and draws 7. Plays Airmail on to Zacian on the bench. Caustic plays a quick ball. Puts Dedenne onto the bench. Discards his hand and draws 6. Plays Energy Spinner, puts it into his hand. Attaches it to Zacian on the bench. Switches Zacian V out onto the field. Uses Brave Bird, takes out Bolton. Caustic will draw 2. And has 4 prize cards remaining, which now gives him the advantage. Pikarom goes out onto the field. Puts an electric energy on Dedenne on the bench. Attacks with full blitz. Does 150 to Zacian. Adds 3 electric energy to Pikarom. Caustic plays a energy onto the Zacian on the bench, uses an energy switch, and moves it from his active Zacian to the one on the bench. Caustic now contemplating what he will do next. Uses boss's order, switch out Pikarom with Dedenne. Uses Zaxian's ability, adds a metal energy to the Zaxian on the bench. Chrono Chris plays a quick ball, discards one card. Pulls a Dedenne. Chrono Chris now has a full hand of 6 cards. Plays another Pikorama onto the bench, a Sudowoodo, plays in a Max Elixir, adds an energy to Pikorama, plays another Max Elixir, plays a Crobat, will now draw until he has 6 cards into his hand. Chrono Chris uses an energy switch, pulls it from Dedenne onto Pikorama. Switches Dedenne out with Pikorama with full energy. Uses his GX move, takes out Zaxian and Dedenne, who is on the bench. Draws a total of 4 prize cards, which now gives him the advantage, and it goes over to the side of Caustic. Caustic places Zaxian onto the bench, adds an energy to it. Caustic plays Leon, uses Brave Blade onto Chrono Chris, and takes out Pikorama. Draws 3 prize cards, which now gives Caustic the advantage, down to 1 prize card remaining. Chrono Chris plays Crobat V. Plays a Quick Ball. Place Trainer's Mail. Chrono Chris still contemplating decisions as each move could be the last that they make in this game. Chrono Chris uses Escape Rope. Caustic will switch with a Pokemon on his bench. Plays Electric Energy onto Dedenne. Professor Research draws 7. And it looks like Caustic gets the win for that. Chrono Chris concedes. And we are now into game number 4 with Chrono Chris leading 2-1 over Caustic. Chrono Chris starts with Vikavolt, uses an Escape Rope, pulls Zaxine from Caustic side out onto the field. On the side of Chrono Chris, we now have Tapu Koko, Dedenne, and Pikarom out on the bench. Chrono Chris uses Tapu Koko's ability. Caustic plays Jirachi onto the bench, uses a Quick Ball. Adds a Metal Energy to Jirachi, plays Dedenne out onto the field, discards his hand, and draws 6. Uses the Tag Team GX move, and ends his turn, goes over to the side of Chrono Chris. Two Dedennes on the field for Chrono Chris, discards his hand, draws 6. Uses a Trainer's Mail. Pikarom onto the field with 3 Electric Energy. Chrono Chris uses a Quick Ball. Chrono Chris uses Trainer Mail, also use Max Elixir. Draws until his hand has 6 cards. Plays a Bolton onto the bench. Uses Full Blitz on Zaxian. Knocks it out. Adds 3 energy. Caustic adds energy to his tag team. Plays a quick ball, discards a card so he can draw. Plays a Zaxian onto the bench. Caustic puts the air balloon onto his tag team. Plays boss's orders, hits Dedenne. Adds 2 energy to the Zaxian on the bench. And draws 3 prize cards. Now has the advantage by 1 prize card. Pikarama attacks both Dedennes on the side of Costa Chris, both active and on the bench, and wins the tournament. Congratulations to Chrono Chris. And want to thank all the players for playing. And we will get out prizes to all the top 4 players. We will send that out, and we will send Chrono Chris over a booster box. And everyone, thank you for watching. Don't forget, if you want to join future tournaments, look at our Twitch panel below, and you will be able to sign up for any of those that we have going on. And tonight we will be doing pack breaks for Unified Mind, so that is also in the Twitch panel below. So feel free to get any pack breaks if you want. If not, come back at 8 p.m. and we will be live with those. That's it for now. Take care.